Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm 271552 Khalijah binti Abdul Halim. I would like to talk uh, about we should have parity on health insurance. According Cosmo News report show an increase of subscriber in health insurance. Um, I would like to story about in previous year in New York. There was a case triggered by Stella, who was a McDonald's customer, suing McDonald's company because the incident of her coffee spilling on her body. And this incident was causes she getting a chronic skin disease. So no wonder she Stella suing McDonald's company because McDonald's company before this setting a high temperature for their coffee. So about the incident, she totally lost a lot of things, like physical, about her job, about lots of things, and she need to hire someone to guide her with at home. And then actually before this she is very independent woman. Now after about the incident, she need to depends to other person to survive. Okay, so today I would like to persuade each of you to apply health insurance and reveal some benefits of it, especially pandemic COVID-19 situation. So the first is I would like to list some of policies have provide from some of have insurance company. That is, the first is hospitalizations and surgical insurance. So this type of policy is very common and will be the first option to purchase. Why? Because mostly young generation will take this policy because they still not have any disease, no have chronic disease. So this is very recommend policy insurance to apply for them. And then according to the Life Insurance Association Malaysia, this policy will provide a reimbursement of actual medical payment incurred. This insurer will cover cost of medical like surgery, cost bill treatment, and so on. So I persuade each of us here to apply health insurance with minimum RM30 with this policy. Second, we have a death, disease, or critical illness insurance. So this policy required a high payment and already decide both of customer and insurer of the insurer to about this lump sum of payment, because company like to assist the customer to pay their about medical cost, of course, because some of because before this customer already have a chronic disease like stroke, cancer, and so on. And then they do not have a lot of money to pay medical costs, so they apply this policy. So this can save about their life. So the third, we have hospital income insurance. This policy not famous, and because it's very difficult because customer should pay in daily. So I think this policy very attractive for those have wage in daily. Maybe they want to pay in daily. No wonder they can try this policy. So the last one, we have comprehensive medical insurance, which are very famous and mostly subscribed in public. So I would like share about my friend's experience. She purchased this policy for her mother and for her children. Because why? For her children, before she pregnant before she given birth she give birth, she decide to apply to purchase this policy for for her children, because she know baby have a high risk to have a lot, to have a high risk to have a lot of disease, because baby is still new and have a high risk to have a lot of disease. So and sometimes, in the hospital, in the public hospital have it's very easy to take easy for some baby. And then sometimes parents from from her experience, she told me she don't know, because careless of some staff in hospital, in public hospital. And then she tried to bring her baby at at a private hospital, and private hospital was decide her baby have a disease, a chronic disease about the lungs, about the heart, something. So she know this is very difficult, so this policy was save her baby life. So and then about her mother, before this, her mother is very is good in good health, have a good body, but suddenly have a disease, chronic disease, with which have cancer. So she confused where she need to find a lot of money in one time, so she need to apply this policy. So she advised me to take this policy before I get any disease, because in before I get any disease, the payments is very low. So so I persuaded, if of you, we can take the minimum policy. Okay, so we move to the second topic. So pandemic COVID-19 was realized that medical exigencies unpredictable, and statistic was showing a flattened trend number of cases in Malaysia. So health insurance was high play role during this situation. So like I said before this, according to the Cosmo new report, show increased trend in subscriber in health insurance. So I very glad and thankful, because some of us citizens have awareness about health insurance, but still have some of us still think about this like very wasting. So the first point is, health insurance have a high value to safeguard your family. So in recent year, instability economy was caused many people lost their job, and this very serious for those have family to raising their children lah. In pandemic COVID-19 situation, no wonder ones of member family have been infected a virus COVID-19, and this will give causes to one family. This because this virus easily to infect another person. So so this policy, I think health insurance policy to secure one family is better rather than buying separate policy lah. Ineffectiveness of vaccine in this situation, plus lost income will put family in bad situations if no health insurance to pay cost of treatment, surgery, and bill hospital. So we can see situation now, how about the how about the importance of health insurance. So the secondly, health insurance assists to fight lifestyle disease. Almost elderly have a high risk of getting various diseases such as heart attack, cancer, stroke, and so on. And when we reach at the age of 45 years and above, we must be careful about the health, and we should practice healthy lifestyle. Not only this, in statistics nowadays show a high trend disease like obesity and heart disease from young people. This is very not weak, but it's very we must be worried about this because it's still young. So maybe a few factors that which contribute to this disease. The first is sedentary lifestyle, stress, undisciplined life, addicted gadgets, and unhealthy eating habits. So, moral of the story, we can conclude that the disease is not only to the older generation, but the younger generation also has a high risk. So, I recommend if of us should purchase healthy health insurance, not waiting when we older, but we need to start from the younger, okay, from the young generations. Okay, so the next point is health insurance is very important to deal with medical inflation. As we know, in the era of advanced technology, having a lot of medical to cure our disease, but in the recent year, a lot of disease show the increased trend. And this required high fees from patients to save their lives. Fees are not just limited to the hospital bill, but include ambulance costs, to consult a doctor, room rent, diagnosis tests, operating theatre costs, and medications. By subscribing to health insurance, I think this just it can less of burden for us to save our life. Okay, we can apply health insurance. We only make a monthly payment, and this can, of course, can save our life lah. So obviously in the future, we don't have to worry about medical and don't have to bother others to help us in medical costs. So the last is health insurance role play to protect our saving. Health insurance, it like we keep saving for future in medical costs. It has certain period to valid this policy, but in case we don't utilizing or we not claim about the health insurance, we can convert to the money with other things like retirement, buying home, and your child's education. So in addition, health insurance lets you avoid tax benefits, which further increase your saving. So briefly, it has benefits to us in future, but if not take action from early, we will get risk to mental anguish and stress to solve the problem. So I already talked the value of health insurance, and now I would like to talk how can we apply health insurance. How can you just know about the health insurance, about the policy, about the value of health insurance, but you don't know when I want to start about to start the health insurance, where I want to start. So the first one is you can apply the health insurance by research medical insurance plan and providers available. It means like you must refer doing some research in webs, or and then maybe we can see at the counter of bank, because mostly banks provide this policy. And then doing some research about the who agents, who the company, who about the all the details. So this there because this is very important for future. In case we need to claim, we need to refer to them. Okay, so the second is choose a medical insurance plan. After we already have knowledge and we ready to proceed, we must take education about level of comprehensive needed and the amount of coverage, which basically cheaper to buy. Okay, so example like for women, as generally they will because women have a lot of disease, not like a man. Women have a high risk to receive about the ovarian cancer and so on. So and then the next step is decide whether to buy your medical insurance policy directly or from an agent. Is the next step to we should do. For me, I prefer to agents because it can help the agents to generate the incomes. In same time, we can help some agents, because when we directly to company, or we apply in online in the web, but it can proceed, but how maybe with agent can guide us with more details and more friendly lah. So the next step is submit your medical insurance application. I persuade to submit at agents because we can clear and they will guide us more detail. Unfortunately, pandemic COVID-19 need us to do anything by online service. But how can we do? We just follow the flow. So the last step is pay premium. Is the last step. Customer can pay regarding the schedule and price was decided. So in a nutshell, I urge each of you to don't take this as trivial things, and maybe each of you intend to purchase health insurance. I persuade you don't postpone your intention, but you need to do step by step. I was reviewed before. Okay, so in this speech, I can conclude have three main points topic that are various policy in health insurance. For the first topic, the second, we have value of health insurance to individual or family, and the last is step by step of to apply health insurance. So entire of the speech, I hope you and me we can learn something from from my friend's experience, from the story before this in your, because it seemed like very careless, but it give bad effect for her skin. So I hopefully it can benefit for all of you with all my speech. I wish each of us in good health and always happy beside family. So that's all from me. Thank you so much.